I've come up with a way to totally eradicate this whole idea of rejection in sales. If it's over at hello, how the heck are you going to succeed in selling? You've got to rise above that and change your mindset.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Stump The Guru Show. Hope you're all doing well. It's Ari Galper here with Unlock the Sales Game, trust-based selling. Hello to all of my listeners around the world who listen to this consistently, this episodes that we do. It's the end of the year, so I thought I'd just I kind of give my perspective on where we have been, where are we going next, share with you an insight around the theme from today as well. And if we have some time, we'll see who we have in the green room back there to ask me a question. If there's no one there, we'll just wrap it up for the year. But I want to thank everybody for being with us for so many episodes. And I know a lot of our folks listen to this, clients, opportunity, people who are considering working with us. And it's a chance for us to demonstrate our uniqueness and how we're different in what we do around trust and selling. And I just realized this is my 25th year of being in this space, and I can't believe it. A lot of others who've been around for a while have not been around. They've shifted to different trends, whether it's social media or marketing, but I've hung in there, which is great, and I've had a chance to really refine our work to a very simplistic model now to make it easier for people to absorb after 25 years of thousands of conversations with business owners and advisors. It's fun to refine what we do, our languaging, our process. If you've known me for a long time and you only have RE 1.0, then you're missing out on a lot. So please reach out to us in some way. Either get my newest book at arigalper.com or reach out to us for a consultation or join our latest masterclass coming up. It's for free on our website at unlockthegame.com. Get engaged somehow so you're not missing out what I'm working on. But one of the themes from today was this idea of trusted advisor versus trust authority. And the trusted advisor concept has been around a long time. And the whole idea was that was like an overlay that occurs pre-sale and post-sale. You have to be a trusted advisor to make the sale and keep a client. Now, where I step in and differ in that thinking is that, of course, you have to be a trusted advisor, an advisor after you're hired and you advise them and they trust you. But you can't advise them before the sale. Otherwise, you're doing free consulting. So you're not to be a trusted advisor pre-sale. You are to become what I call a trusted authority. Very different concept. And so in your mind, you have to separate pre-sale and post-sale. Okay? Pre-sale process should only be about trust building, not providing education, not giving free advice, and not trying to sell yourself, because that's what everyone does, and that's been a commoditized approach. And now going to 2025, if you have not shifted your thinking, then you'll be in for a rude awakening, because the market, your prospects are now in shopping mode. The world's become commoditized. We're moving towards AI. And how you're going to win this game and sustain yourself over time will be how you differentiate and how you approach and how you sell yourself. And if you're still doing it the traditional model, which is relationship building, rapport building, free education, consulting, talking about yourself, and not going what I call down the iceberg with people, then you're going to be in trouble. No way to kind of make this sound better, because as you're probably seeing and you're experiencing, you're hearing a lot of people saying, do you want to think about it? I'm not ready yet. My wife's not here. My husband's not here. My partner's not here. Send me a proposal. We'll get back to you. And you're stuck in the chasing game. And so the way you reposition yourself in this coming age is you become what I call a trust authority. A trust authority is someone in a sales process that your prospect views as the authority on their problem, like a doctor and a patient, where you don't question the authority, but you comply with the authority. Now, the authority does not try and become your friend, which is a typical sales model that most people still do, which is the know, like, and trust model. So we have removed the know and the like part, and we put heavy emphasis on the trust part. And when you think to yourself, how can I be a trusted authority in my sales process in your first meeting with people? You have to basically be 100% focused and shift to what I call a problem-centric approach, where you do a deep dive inside their world and you stay in there as long as you can until they say to you, how can I help you? Okay? You don't have permission to try to engage into a chemistry-based dialogue, to not talk about your case studies and stories, and more importantly, do not provide them educational information because that's been commoditized. And here's the irony of all this. They may ask you for information, but their truth is they really don't want to know how you can solve their problem. What they really want to know first psychologically is, are you the one to solve their problem or not? That's the first question in the back of their mind. They're not going to tell you this, but it's what they're thinking. And if you can address that first before everything else, then the sale is made right there and then, because you're the only person they spoke with that day or that week that did not attempt to engage them into a sales conversation. In fact, it's funny, I just had a conversation with a head of sales for a sales team, a large sales team, and they said to me, Ari, we'd love to have you come in and do some speaking to speak with our sales team to teach us some new sales skills. We need some new sales training. And I said to him, frankly, you don't need sales training. You already have sales people. They've already sold for you. You've hired them because they know how to sell. The last thing you need to do is teach them how to sell the way you've been doing it now. What you have to do is not provide any sales training, but provide them trust training. How to build trust in their sales process so they can stop selling and be positioned differently as a problem solver. That kind of blew his mind because he just thought they'd improve their sales skills. Well, when we uncovered his numbers and he had 1,000 leads a month, they were converting 250. And they're losing 750 of those leads they were chasing. I said, you have a problem with your sales skills and your sales training. You don't need more of the problem. You got to shift your thinking to a different approach. So when you approach your prospects or they approach you, they can tell right from hello that your business is different than everybody else. And the way you win in 2025 is by differentiating not your offering or your product. You can try make an Apple computer if you want, but it's unlikely you'll be able to because, that's unusual. But because we've all been commoditized, the way you differentiate is based on your approach itself. If you have a unique approach that's trust-based, I don't mean you being trust-oriented. I know you are trust-oriented and you're integrity-based. I'm talking about if your process conveys that message so seriously to them, then you win the game because you're not selling the way they're used to, and they appreciate your non-assumptive approach. And non-assumptive approach is important because that takes away all the assumptions about how the process should work. I had just another call with another business owner a few hours ago, and I asked him, how do you begin your meetings with people? And he said to me, I asked them what brought them in today. I create some chit chat, and I share with them what the agenda is today, which is to see if we're a fit. I said to him, cut all that out. They know that's a setup for a sales conversation. It's been done 1,000 times. Please let go of what you've been doing and consider a different way of thinking that decomplexes your approach, helps you be more present with people, and lets them feel at an emotional level that you care about them. If you can't get there with people in the new year coming around, it'll be very difficult to grow your business, and you'll be playing the numbers game like everyone else does, chasing leads and getting a lot of, I want to think about it. So if you're open to shifting your approach in the new year, then grab my latest book, Trust in a Split Second. I've got a few other new ones as well. You can see them at arigalper.com. Grab a copy there. We'll mail it to you. We'll pay for the shipping. and the postage. Have a chat with us as well along the way, and we can see if we can help you. We walk the talk. We're not going to do what you might expect people to do on a phone call. You're going to see how we handle our conversation with you. It's all about listening and seeing if there's a problem we can help you with or not. And if you want to solve it or not, it's up to you, not up to us. So I'll leave you with that. Times have changed. And if you feel like you're still dragging yourself into the new way of selling and getting people who are not committing to you, then you've got to change, not them, because they are not going to change, unfortunately. On that note, I think that's kind of our summary for where we're at for the end of the year. I think we have one person back there who's eking out the last shot to get a question at me before we close the end of the year here. And I know he's been with us for in and out for the last couple of years asking this question, but I'm glad he's here. And I think I see him, but I'm going to let Steve introduce our final guest for the year.
Am I supposed to go ho, ho, ho because I showed up with the proper gear because, it's the holiday season and somebody had to do it. So for those that don't know, this is actually right out of Ari's wardrobe closet. I had his wife mail it to me in the U.S. The hat was my own, obviously. But this was right out of the Ari collection. So if anybody wants it, go to arigalper.com and type /suits, and you'll find this jacket available. I'm kidding, you won't, but you can get a book. Anyways, I'm going to bring Derek on. Hey, Derek, how are you doing today, man?
Good, Steve. I was going to say that that kind of looks like a Rod Roddy kind of outfit from Price is Right,
It is very inspired by that. So if you really want to know, full disclosure, when I go out with my friends and the wife and kid are home, this is pretty much what the universe gets out of me. They get sequin jackets, they get cow prints, they get classic 80s rock and roll wear, which, somebody's got to live that life. And you know what? You're the next contestant on Stump the Guru.
Great. Thanks for the intro, Steve. Hey, Ari, so we know each other very well. It's just for the audience. I'm an enterprise account manager for environmental health and safety. I wanted to talk a little bit about, I know it's the end of the year, but there's still opportunities for networking in that.
Sure.
So I think we kind of talk separately that I'm kind of looking for a more fruitful environment. So I wanted to discuss with you kind of the challenge I'm running up against. So I have a list of target companies. I'm calling into them, talking to would be my future peers, asking them, I'm just giving you a call as I'm looking for a change. And I just wanted to see if you'd be open to talking about the culture and vibe there. And a lot of times they talk to me for minutes, half an hour, just really open up. So I'm gathering all that intel. The challenge is when I get to a VP of sales or hiring manager and they ask me, well, what is this about? I say, hi, my name is Derek. John, I'm hoping you can help me out for a moment. Sure, what's this about? And then I say, well, I'm just giving you a call just to see if you're open to bringing on a new individual contributor to help you drive more sales. Sometimes, they'll say, sure, well, what do you have in mind? And then go into and kind of dissect their process. But more often than not, they're saying, well, are you an applicant? I said, well, no, I haven't applied online, but I want to talk to you first before I do apply online. And then they kind of push me to the side and they'll say, well, why don't you submit your application online? I'll take a look at it. And if there's something I want to talk to you about, then I'll reach out to you. So I don't know how to address that objection because I really don't want to be pushed online and then I'm chasing after them. So if you have any thoughts, how to address that?
I think your entry point's fine, but I think you have to be bolder in your positioning with the quote higher up guy.
Okay.
Because if it's still he's the boss and you're down here trying to get something from him, he'll throw you back out to the ocean again. What I want to do is reposition the conversation where he says, what's this about? You can say, I'm just doing my homework on your business to see if you and your business has an opportunity that I can help you with to grow your company. Like what I want to do is I want you to come across as a consultant, not someone looking for a job.
Right.
Okay. Because I want it to be kind of like, He said, well, what do you mean? Well, I'm just in the process of narrowing down my last couple options of which companies I'm going to help grow next year or to work with. And I want to get a sense of kind of, what your approach to your sales team, how you operate, to see if you might be the one I want to eventually approach to work with.
Mm-hmm.
I go, well, are you, he'll be kind of still confused. Like, are you a consultant? Are you, no, I'm a senior producer, sales producer. I'm looking to find my next opportunity, but I'm not going to apply to any place until I understand who I can help the most and where the highest value is. Would you be open to maybe set a time we can have some chat about that? I want you to come across as a peer, not down here. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
You can adjust the languaging a bit, but do you get the kind of the sense of the confidence in your voice that you are selecting him, he's not selecting you, kind of thing?
Right. Right.
Because I want him to be impressed with your confidence. I want him to be impressed with your forward thinking. I want to be impressed with you're not being aggressive, but you're being direct in that you're selecting the best option for both people. You're choosing him. He's not choosing you.
So what if a part of that conversation, Ari, they mention, I mean, there's a lot of sales organizations where they use old style methodologies, could be BANT, MEDIC. There's many out there that have been around for decades. And they mentioned we're using, I don't know, BANT, for example. So I don't want to come across as criticizing them, because I'm sure that it's probably, who knows, from the higher ups, it's been mandated and they do it across the company. So what would be a good way to kind of paraphrase, would you be open to maybe perhaps a different perspective of building trust throughout your sales process? With that?
Well, I might say, do you require all of your salespeople to follow only one methodology? Or would you be open to a trust-based approach that I've mastered and very effective at? And do you measure your end result, or do you measure the approach itself? Something around the fact that to see how rigid they are. If the guy says, I don't care what approach you damn use, you can double our sales next year, go ahead and do it. Like some people, like, they know it's forced and it sucks and it's mandated, but they don't really care about the approach. They care about you getting results, right?
Right. Yeah.
Just find out where his thinking is on that.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good start, and it's a good framework. So
the overall theme is that you are selecting him, and you are narrowing it down to a couple final choices.
Right.
That'll throw them off because of, like, wait, he wants a job with us, but he's trying to pick up. That's right. That makes you a non-commodity. That makes you an authority, someone of seriousness to take seriously. And he'll respect you more, most likely. So play with that, Derek. Give it a shot and see how it goes, okay?
Okay. Thanks, Ari.
Great. Good to see you again.
You too.
All right. So that brings us to the end of the year close for our Stump The Guru show. I hope you're open to some new thinking around your approach. I am running a masterclass for free coming up in January. So do head to our website, arigalper.com, and click on masterclass, register there. I'll be sharing more about our unique approach. And we'll be teaching a lot of content there. If you don't have any of my books, I'd encourage you to grab a copy at our homepage there, and we'll mail it to you for free. Great place to get started in our thinking. But as my 25th year of doing this same thing and refining our process, I'll tell you one thing that has not changed, and that is human nature. In that people are still going to buy from people they can trust. And if your process does not send that message to them, then they're going to want to delay the decision and not commit to you. So I hope you have a great holiday. I'll see you in the new year. and signing off for now.
I've come up with a way to totally eradicate this whole idea of rejection in sales. If it's over at hello, how the heck are you going to succeed in selling? You've got to rise above that and change your mindset.